Here with a love note for March 1st. Welcome to March. Finally, a new month in this year that hopefully will be better than the last. Hey, listen, the guides came in a while back and said that on Monday they wanted me to talk about business. They said, your business outside of your daughter is like your predominant relationship right now, and you need to give it a little love on Mondays. So that's what I'm going to talk about. The last week has been magical. I don't know how else to say it, really. It's been magical. I had the opportunity to conduct, I guess it was 11 different intuitive sessions with clients, and each one was so completely different, so like tailored to the needs and the energies of the client themselves. And so each one had its own feel. And leaning into that has been so much fun. In the intuitive sessions that I do, it's not just an energy reading. It's like, I tap into the angels, archangels, ascended masters, whoever wants to come in and have a conversation on behalf of light in the reading. But then it's also a matter of like tapping into your guides, because we all have guides, bringing my guides in, tapping into your higher self, bringing my higher self in. It's like a big like spirit party. Then I get, with your permission, to jump into your energy field because I feel energy in my body. And so between all of that, really leaning into what your guides and the angels might have to say for you, feeling energetically what's going on in your body and what messages that has for you, the opportunity to learn from that and to kind of lean into that has been completely so much fun this week. And so if you think you might be interested in an intuitive session of your own, I'm going to put a link probably below where you can go and book one for yourself. But they've just been fun. And I think the thing that I've enjoyed about them so much is how every single person got something meaningful for them from it and had aha moments and kind of leaned in and felt the truth that was being communicated, through me, from their guides, from their soul, from their body, and the opportunity to care enough to tap in, lean in, listen, and then integrate that new awareness, that new understanding. That's where the magic happens. It's one thing to hear the stuff. It's another thing to really bring it in, to discern, is this right for me? But then to really integrate it into how are we showing up in life. And that's what I'm excited for folks, that I've had the chance to have conversations with over the past week, is it seems to be that there's an eagerness to not just listen to the information, but to actually bring it in and integrate it in a way that can help them like show up in a more, an even more authentic, powerful, juicy way in their own life. And that's what gets me excited, is seeing people do that. The other thing that's been going on in business is the Reclaim Your Inner Flame 12-week program is launching on March 15th. So I have been enrolling clients in that program. It is going to be so much freaking fun. I cannot wait for this program to start. So it's 12 weeks of really leaning into, what do you want? What do you desire? What turns you on in your life? What what is it that would make your life as vibrant and as juicy and as joy filled and pleasurable as possible? What is it? Do you know? This course is going to be walking people through that in a guided, safe, encouraging sort of way that looks at all the aspects of our human being, our physical body, integrating sacred pleasure from a physical body perspective, really tuning into our body to see where does joy reside. What does joy feel like in the body? But also looking at, the mental body, the emotional body, the spiritual body as well, and leaning into all of that from a holistic way, in a holistic manner, to move life forward in a way that's more aligned with joy and less aligned with pain. By virtue of being human, every single one of us experiences pain on this planet. And our pain might look different than the other person's pain, and that's okay. But we get to choose. Do we want to live life in alignment with that pain? Or would we rather live life in alignment with joy and allow that to be our compass and help us know when we're on the path that actually lights us up from the inside out, on the path that actually makes our soul sing? And for many people, the last year, especially, finding that joy, finding that spark has been particularly hard. Whether it's because, of COVID or lockdowns or quarantine or economic stress, relationship stress, pick your stressor. There's been a lot of stressors to go around. And I've talked to folks who feel like it's been kind of like a wet blanket on their inner spark, and they're just ready and eager to like fan their inner flames, let that fire burn more brightly, let that passion and that joy and that real soul aligned desire be what leads them into what comes next, rather than this feeling of damp suffocation and yuck. Just the feeling of ick that doesn't feel good. um, so that's one of the reasons I'm so excited about this program. Some of it's going to get pretty deep. There's some pretty esoteric stuff that we'll be looking at, everything from, looking at the energetic centers, not just the seven chakras that a lot of people are familiar with, but looking at the expanded 12 chakra system, the more that, the higher level of consciousness chakras, the transpersonal, transcendent chakras, that and how we can activate and clear and energize those, working with sacral energy. The sacral energy is so magical and so powerful and related, sure, to sex, but to so many other things, like creativity, like joy, like passion, like receptivity, like financial flow, like connection, meaningful connection. So many elements of how we show up in our lives or don't show up, how we're willing to be seen in our authenticity or hide behind masks. It's we get to choose, right? But the sacral energy really helps support how we're showing up in those ways. We're going to be looking at upgrading and up-leveling the divine masculine and divine feminine energies that every single one of us have. So often the masculine and feminine energies present from more of a toxic or a wounded space, rather than from the elevated divine nature that they were always supposed to be about. And when the divine masculine and the divine feminine can come together within our bodies and work together, to where the feminine energy can allow for that intuitive flow, that creativity, that receptivity, that spontaneity, the nurturing, the fun, and then the masculine energy can come in from a divine place and actually provide the structure, the support, the power, the protection, the structure, the wheels to move that vehicle forward. So we go from a place of divine being to a place of divine doing that's in alignment with our soul. Mm, I'm not sure I know of much that's better in life. And being able to use the sacral energy to superpower all of that just takes manifestation to a whole nother powerful level of what do I want to feel in life. It's not just what do I want to do, what do I want to accomplish, what do I want to achieve, what boxes do I want to check off, but how do I want to feel in doing all of that? Because I've talked to so many people who have achieved their dreams, the things they set out to do. They had their checklists, all their shoulds, and they get it done and they still feel like shit. It's like, well, okay, I did that, but it's kind of a bummer. I'm kind of nonplussed about the whole outcome of all of that, because it wasn't in alignment with what made their soul sing. It wasn't in alignment with what they truly desired, with what they were truly passionate about. When all of that can line up, that is when magic happens. That's when magic happens. And that's what I'm excited that this program is going to be working to really pursue and to help people move into, is finding that magic, fanning their own inner flame, reclaiming this powerful sacral energy that we all have, and putting it to use for good in a divine and elevated, sacred sort of way to make our lives feel even that much better and juicier and more meaningful. Because that's where we make our biggest contribution to. So that is what this week is all about, or the last week especially has been all about. So that program is going to kick off on March 15th. I would love to share more information with anybody who's interested. The Facebook algorithms, apparently, if I put the link in the description of this video or even in the comments. Apparently, it restricts and limits the number of people who actually get to see it. So if you're interested in more information, I would love to send it to you. I just need to know. So either comment down below, put a little flame emoji, send me a direct message, whatever, and I'll get you all the details about the program. We are going to have so much fun. And I can't wait to share this information with others because I'm telling you, it's powerful and it's transformational. And clearly it fires me up. So this is me getting to live into my passion. And for those of you who have already signed up, I am so grateful. I am so incredibly grateful. And I can't wait to play together on the inside of this course because we're going to have a blast. Anyway, I hope you've had a fantastic day. Halston, I see interesting. The ancients definitely had an understanding of this energy. Seems a tragedy that many today find that strange. You are so completely right. The ancients had it figured out. And especially when we look at like sacral energy, one of the things that I teach is about like ancient Egyptian philosophy around sacral energy. They interwove this understanding as using sacral energy as a way of a path for accessing like higher states of consciousness or even enlightenment. And that's something that when we build our own inner power, when we empower ourselves, it can threaten those who want to have power over us. So this is one of the specific reasons that we were either shamed or blamed or pulled away from our understanding of our own inner power. So Halston, you're saying the ancients understood. They did. And what they are encouraging now is that we reclaim that understanding and use that inner power to our benefit, both individually, like our own personal empowerment to live a life of meaning and passion and purpose, but also because when we do that, that's how the world becomes a better place. That's how we make our greatest contributions in a way that can uplift all of society, not just our own individual lives. That's why I'm so passionate about this work. That's why I get so excited and care so much. So Halston, thanks for getting it. And for the rest of you, I would love to share more. So just let me know if you're interested in more information and I will send it your way. Have a beautiful week and I will talk to you tomorrow.